Welcome back to the Gemini Carp Tackle and Carp Interest collaboration. Today's episode 2 of the series Liam and Pete Hunter UK 40.
And today we've come down to the countryside here in Shropshire. We're fishing the Mere, which is one of the RH Fisheries waters.
So which swim do you actually fancy then?
What am I in here? Peg 6. I think if I was to win it, I'd probably come in here. Not got a great deal to go off, but I think I do prefer the look of this peg. What about you?
I don't know, to be honest, like you say, there's not much to go off. We haven't seen any shows or as much like that, and the pegs are quite identical. It's just the far bank we're going to probably be going at. 5 or 6 would do me, but however I might be bluffing, I might have a little peg up my sleeve if I win the competition, but yeah, we'll see who wins the competition and we'll go from there. We're only here for 2 nights, we're going to get straight into it today with a swim picking challenge. Gemini sent over a picture message, so I'm just going to open that now. Swim selection competition, the Mere. Answer this question. According to the BRFC, what is the weight in pounds and ounces of the biggest carp caught in Britain? Nearest answer wins. Do you want to go first to that guess?
No,
I've got a rough number.
I'll let you go first.
No, because I know what you're going to do.
No, I'll let you
you're
go
just going to gazump me by like, all right, fair enough. Okay.
I know that RH did do.
One of
the biggest, but I don't think it was recorded.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go with Britain. 78, 6 ounces.
Oh, you've done me there. So I was hoping you went low 70s. And
nah, because you're going to go just above, yeah. 78.6.
I'm going to go 76.4.
76.4.
78.6.
Right, here's the answer. According to the BRFC, Dean Fletcher currently holds the record catching the parrot at a whopping £68 1 ounces in 2016.
Get in.
68?
I'll take that.
Okay, yeah, so Liam's won that one. So on that note, what swim do you want?
To be honest, we have walked round to the opposite bank because a lot of the fishing here is going to be boating out to the opposite bank. There's a lot of sandy, clear areas over there. We've walked round, we haven't saw any fish, but there are lots and lots of spots that glow out. So, to be honest, there's not a great deal to go off. But I think I'm going to jump in here, peg 6.
Right, so Liam's jumping in peg 6, that means I'm jumping in peg 5.
Yep.
So, let's start getting it set up and see you on the other side.
Yes. That's 1-1 on the challenges for the series.
Soon be 2-1 to me.
I've found the spot now, the marker float's sitting proud, and that's where I'm going to be fishing. Like I say, it's sandy all out here, so I know I'm going to be presented. At RH Fisheries, you can only use their bait. So in here I've got some 6mm pellets, some of their Simply Red boilies, some of their the Edge boilies, and then just a little bit of the Simply Red matching sauce over the top. What I'm going to do is just scatter a little bit of bait around this area, and then we can get back over onto that bank and we can send the bait boat over. Now I've got a bare lead in one of the hoppers. I'm going to send that over, clip it up once I hit the float, and then I know if I am lucky enough to get a couple of fish, I can hit the same spot again every time.
I'm going to approach the same tactic as it's what the bailiff recommended. Far bank, there's plenty of clear spots to go at, so I'm just going to put a marker float on there, look, just like Liam, bit of bait, and just going to keep following the bait boat over there, and hopefully that can do us a few fish. Just going to get my first rod out there. It is the combi rig using the combi boom from Gemini Carp Tackle, and the bait I opted for at the moment, I'm starting on Parker baits, the Magic Beam Wafter, and I've gone for a fluoro orange. So the first rod's out, the second rod's about to go out now. This is a solid bag, the RH Fisheries pellet. This is also going to add into some freebies in the bait boat and sent over to that far margin on those clear spots.
So I've just got my first rod out, that one's on a combi rig. Just about to put this out now, solid bag, towards the same area with a bait boat. And then to accompany the pellets, I'm just going to put a few of the RH Simply Red boilies over the top, a couple full, a couple crushed up. And that'll do it, ready to go.
So that's all the rods out. However, I'm just going to take this moment to brief you on the actual venue we're at and just a few details that go with it. So it's obviously, we've already said, we're at RH Fisheries, the Mere. It's based in the Shropshire countryside and it's a 20-acre lake and there's 17 pegs. Pegs 1 to 4 control the bowl area of the lake and pegs 5 to 17 claim the one bank and you've got no anglers opposite you. So you can fish wherever you want or to the far margin with no disturbance. Pegs themselves are absolutely stunning. I've got my T3 behind you, I'll show you shortly. Plenty of space, all gravel, beautiful stunning pegs. It's actually what I imagine the carp fishery to be. If you've never fished here, I would recommend it just for the tranquility. Fish stock wise, on the website it does state there's just over 600 fish. However, I'm aware of their Facebook and Instagram, so it might not have been updated, but I have known them do a lot of restocking programs on here and they've been putting fish after fish in here, so there's a lot more than what the website says. I can't give you a number, probably confirm it with the bailiff tomorrow, but I know there's a massive amount of 20s and 30s and a handful of 40s to go at. As far as the bottom goes on the lake, it's predominantly silt. There's not much out there. If you do fish in the middle, you'll be creating your own features. However, like today, we've just listened to the bailiff's advice and we've fired them over to far margin on the clear spots. Bait-wise approach, from what we've learnt this morning from the shop and the guys in there, they recommended bright coloured baits at the moment's working and they're 6mm pellets. So if you are coming to the Mere, make sure you get to the shop and you bag some of those 6mm pellets because apparently that's what's doing the business here. Just one to go off just to give us a bit of confidence on that far side margin. I think if we don't have anything, we will change it up, probably get a spot rocking, but I think for now, it's a matter of time before we do get one off that far margin.
So I'm just going to talk you through my hook bait and rig choice for this session and why I'll be using it. So like I said earlier, I've got two different approaches this session. I'm fishing a solid bag on one of the rods and then I'm fishing the Gemini carp tackle combi rig on the combi boom on the other rod, just on a simple lead clip system. On the solid bag rod, I'm going with the Parker Baits Magic Bean yellow wafter, and on the combi rig, I'm going with one of the RH Baits Squid and Octopus wafters. So the reasons why I'm using these rigs in particular, the solid bag speaks for itself. I take them everywhere, I love them. They're probably my favourite tactic when it comes to carp fishing. And the reason I've opted for the combi rig is, once again, the bottom's crystal clear. All I want is a wafter that's just going to sit above the hook. I don't need to worry about any sorts of weed. As well as that, RH Fisheries do have a rule in place where you can't use any rig where the hook connects directly to a swivel, so that rules out Ronnie rigs, turbo Germans. The combi rig is perfect to combat that ruling.
So how confident you're feeling?
A bit more now. I saw a fish show just off that right hand pole there, probably about 15-20 yards away from a right hand rod, so that's definitely boosted the confidence levels a bit. I know they've had a couple that end of the lake,
Yeah.
But either side of us, they've not had anything either. So
Number 1 and 2 have been doing well.
they've been doing well, yeah. But they're fishing at sort of the bowl end of the lake. They're fishing different water.
Yeah, they're doing quite well though, aren't they then?
Oh yeah, fair play to them.
I'm not confident, but you can never really be confident in that first fish is in the net.
Yeah. Like I say, seeing that fish, that's a big what's it for me, that they are actually in that shallow water and they're getting over them areas, so that's definitely boosting my confidence. I mean, the lads have told us that that's where they're going to be, but until you actually see them there, it's...
Well, like I say, you can never really be 100% confident until you've landed that fish, and then when you're back out there, that's when you're like, right, it's going to go again. And
we've got burgers to look forward to tonight.
Some burgers.
Homemade.
Wee.
Finally get burger.
Homemade by Liam.
Bankside burgers on the go.
I've on the phone to the doctors tomorrow.
Nah, you won't, mate. I'll tell you, it'll change your life.
Can't wait to give them a proper review.
Yeah.
Do you reckon that'll be any good?
What, the video or the burgers?
Burgers.
So the burgers will be good, I don't know about the video.
Well, that's in our hands, ain't it?
It's in the fish's hands.
Well, and our hands.
And our hands.
Come on, let's not pass the blame.
You've always got to look to pass the buck.
Actually, I don't think we've ever had a session when we've hauled.
That's it, mate. It's just...
We ain't haulers.
We do it because we enjoy it. We're not...
Yeah.
We're bang average. And that's being kind.
Yeah. That's very true.
We do it because we enjoy it. And ducks have just gone straight over my spot. Cheers, lads.
Yeah, it's ruined Liam's spot.
It's nasty, that is. Spiteful.
Oh. Welcome to the first instalment of Bankside Burgers with Liam and Pete. And first on the agenda is
Melt in the Middle Delight.
Melt in the Middle Delight.
My homemade burgers.
My first opinion of the looks, the presentation.
Top notch.
Looks like a goat's heart.
So we've got beef burgers, we've got a little bit of paprika in there, we've got some crushed chili flakes, and then we've got smack bang in the middle a baby bell, and that's starting to ooze out now. We've got a bit of burger sauce as a condiment on a brioche bun.
Are we going to cut them in half though to check that they're cooked?
You can cut yours in half if you want. I'm just going for it, I am.
Yeah, I mean...
It's all brown.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Your burger.
Well, no, it's on you as well.
Yours.
All right, then, yeah.
These are your burgers.
All right, then we're going for it then.
Whoa, look at that baby bell. That's yours.
That one mine?
Yeah, I know.
You're having the one that you know is cooked.
Please be nice, because I am hungry. I'll see you on the other side, hopefully.
It's going to be hot, because we've been cooking for 3 days. You want me to go first?
Yeah, I do.
Perfect.
Pink?
Where's pink there?
Oh.
There's flakes of chilli.
Any good?
Bang on. You taste that and tell me it ain't incredible. You know it's good.
It's way better than I thought it was going to be.
You know it's good. Get that nice little kick in the back of your throat from the chilli.
No, decent then. What are we rating them out of 10?
So I think,
Presentation.
impartially,
Taste.
see, I don't think presentation's important when it comes to a burger.
No, it is.
I don't think it is.
What?
I think there's certain meals where presentation's important. I think a burger.
No, it's not important, but...
What would you rate the presentation then? What about the presentation don't you like?
It definitely tastes better than I thought it was going to. But
That's a backhanded compliment. That's a full-on backhanded compliment.
No, it is. I was expecting to be like getting something else at the bag, but no, it's quite nice. It's actually really nice. Presentation-wise, 4. Come on.
Hey?
It looked like something out of Hannibal.
And got all that cheese popping out the middle of it and you're giving it a 4?
Yeah. Taste?
I've got a number in my head. And if it's not around there, I'll be disappointed.
7.
See, I was going 8.
I almost went 8, but 8's like
What left it down for the 8 then? What taste-wise would you change? What?
it's a little bit dry. But that's the only thing, you know. The baby bell's a good idea. The chili flakes are spot on. What else was that? Paprika.
Paprika.
I mean, yeah, solid burger really.
So, overall out of 10?
Or should we do it out of 20? You did the presentation out of 10 and the taste out of 10. And it goes to a 20.
Go on then.
Out of 20. So I'll give you 4. So that'd be...
A 4 and a 7. You good, mate? That's harsh, Ace. 11 out of 20, that's harsh. That's harsh, man.
Yeah, but just think, if you made it look nice and I give you a 7, you'd be on 14 straight away.
That's harsh, that is. I think it does look nicer. You're going to have to let us know in the comments, because...
Let us know in the comments, the presentation of that burger, out of 10. I gave him a 4. I think that's quite kind.
Kind? I'd hate to think you're being nasty. Yeah.
Let us know in the comments, presentation of that burger. I went with 4. But yeah, let us know.
You washing up?
So yeah, first evening nearly done, just closing in. All I can say at the moment is it's absolutely stunning. It's so picturesque, the camera doesn't do it justice. That'll be us for the evening, and hopefully we'll see you through the night with a fish. If not, you know the score, we'll see you in the morning.
And so we're at about 11 o'clock first night, right hand rod on the combi boom. The scales have gone round to £28 on the nose. What a start though. We'll definitely take those ones. Hopefully now that means that there's a few more to come. The water isn't anywhere near as cold as I was expecting it to be. And that is an absolute peach of a carp. Just quickly show you the other side. Thank you. Equally as pretty that side. We get some still images now, get this one back, and hopefully we can get a few more before the morning. Get in. Right, and so 2 o'clock in the morning. The other rod this time, the solid bag rod, the little Parker bait magic beam wafter, over on those sandy areas that we found yesterday. Not as big as last time, it's a low 20 this one, we've not weighed it. There's the other side. And one thing's for sure, the stamper fishing here is equally as stunning as the lake itself. They really have got it right here at the Mere RH Fisheries. And in the years to come, this is going to be a really, really good water, full of big fish, with the capability of getting big hits of them. Buzzing. Let's get it back.
So it's got me off the mark. What's been a slow day has turned into a productive night. Obviously not the biggest of fish, but that confidence I needed that they're moving into the area. Definitely going to work on that spot, bit more bait tomorrow morning, and hopefully we can get amongst some more. But yeah, on the solid bag and the bait boat with some freebies. It's a bit late in the night, I want to get some sleep, so I'm just going to slip this one back and hopefully get a bit of kip, and then we'll get into some more tomorrow. So you join us here on the second morning of the session. Last night was more productive than yesterday. Yeah, definitely had no sleep last night, so we're going to be shattered, but we're going to try and push through. We've just been over the other side and put some more bait out on the spots, and in a short time we're about to put the bait boat over there again and get the rods out for the day.
Yeah, all the bait that went out yesterday, it was gone when we went round yesterday this morning, so we've topped that up like Pete said, and yeah, we're ready for another day's fishing.
Yeah, fingers crossed we get something in the day today and we get a good sleep tonight.
Yeah.
The one change I've made is I've took the combi rig off and I put another solid bag on, because that's what did me the fish. So I'm going to go 2 solid bags to the far margin in the bait boat with some freebies on the baited area. So hopefully we can get a few fish today and make it as productive as last night.
So last night both fish came to different tactics. I had one on the combi boom rig and one on the solid bag, so I'm just going to knock up a few rigs now ready and waiting just in case it either kicks off today, or I think it's probably going to be through the night again tonight, so I'm just going to get a few rigs ready. Solid bags first. I'm just going to tie up a short standard hair rig. So there you have it, just a really simple hair rig, about 4 inches in length. That's a size 6 aqualine hook, which has fast become one of my favourite patterns of hooks. I normally go a little bit bigger, but it's a barbless rule here at the Mia, so I want the fish to feel the weight of that lead as quick as possible. So I've shortened my rig down to about 4 inches, just so that the lead can drive the hook home a little bit more. Now I'm going to take my Gemini tidy stem. These come with a fluorocarbon insert with a 45-pound break and strain, super flexible. Really safe for the fish. I've gone for a 3.5 ounce Gemini inline lead. Fits perfectly over the stem. And then we're going to bring the first 2 stages together, so that the tidy stem comes over an O-ring adapter at the bottom or a quick chain swivel. I've gone for the O-ring here. So it's nice and simple. Loop end of the rig through the O-ring, feed it back round, and then you hook through the loop on your rig. Everything through, pull it down tight to the O-ring, and now you're ready to make your solid bag. So then it's simply just adding the bait. So I've gone for the 12mm Parker Baits Magic Beam Waft Out in white. So one final step for me, and then my solid bag's ready. I like to pierce it with a baiting needle a few times around the hook bait. You've got to remember that the weakest part of the bag is going to break down first, and ideally I want that to be around the hook bait. And that's ready then to loop onto your main line and get out into the lake.
So Liam's just tied up some solid bags ready for later, in the hope of getting a few more fish. I've just been sat here watching the water for a while. I haven't seen anything show, just like pretty much yesterday in the daytime. It seems like when we got in bed we could start hearing them bosh and move around, and it seems like they moved in on the night time, so hopefully the same happens tonight. Although we are both shattered, I think Liam's going to get down for an hour now and get napping. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to smash some chocolate digestives, because it's definitely the best biscuit on the bank. And once I've smashed a few of these, I might contemplate getting my head down for half an hour as well, because I am absolutely shattered. What's your go-to biscuit for on the bank? Literally, the chocolate digestive is going to be a hard one to beat.
So I'm going to run you through our baiting approach for this session. As we said earlier, you can only use RH baits on the RH Fisheries. We're starting off with the RH baits particle mix. Perfect to get them grubbing around on those spots out there. Next up, the 6mm RH pellets. Now all the fish in the RH lakes, they're bred by themselves on their own fish farm, and these are the exact pellets that they've used to rear them and grow them on. So we're going to go with plenty of them in there. Next up, we've got some of the RH baits, the Edge Boilie. I'm going to crush majority of these up because, like I've said, I want loads of little pieces, but I am going to add some full ones as well. Then we're going to move on to what I think is probably the best bait to do, the RH bait, Simply Red Boilie. Smell absolutely incredible, but they're super soft as well. So what I've been doing with these is literally in my hands, crushing them into a paste, just flaking them off. Then we're just going to mix it up. So now that's the mix done, that's ready to go around there a little bit later on before I redo the rods for the night, and I'll chuck it out using the scoop over the areas.
So it's 3 o'clock, there's no fish to report as of yet. However, I thought I'd just take this moment just to quickly talk about a rig that's new to me. So as we've stated already here at RH Fisheries, the ruling is you can't attach a swivel directly to a hook. So to combat this, like we said earlier, we use the combi boom from Gemini Carp tackle. And I must say, it's a rig that I'm definitely going to be using a lot more in the future. The mechanics of it just make total sense. You have the tidy boom that's always going to be kicking away. That's 30 pound breaking strain, light refractive index of 1.42. So again, once you're out in the lake, you're pretty much near enough invisible. So at the end of the tidy boom, there's a small ring where you can tie your own braided hook link, which you can attach your hook to, which then gives it that free movement when you're out there in the lake. So this will advance the hook hold when you get a bite. Another positive to this rig is once you've actually done the initial setup, it's quite easy just to change the hook of the rig. So you can keep all the base components in place and just change the hook. Personally, I would use this rig wherever it's clear or wherever it's flat. Or if you're fishing at distance and you want that kicking away so you know you're not going to be tangled. Well, I'm going to enjoy a pot noodle now, well probably two because I'm quite hungry, as always. Pot noodle time.
So night time's drawing in now on our second and final night of the session. Again, nothing's produced through the day, but I do think we're probably in pegs that are going to produce fish overnight. It seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, we ain't had nothing all day, but I do feel slightly, weirdly confident that we are going to get a couple of fish tonight. I'm still a bit tired, but you know, we're only here for one more night, so I'd sacrifice that for a few more fish.
Yeah. We have saw a little bit of movement over on the far bank as the night started to draw in, so we are definitely confident that there's a few fish moving down up over onto that shelf now. The air pressure's been ridiculously high today, so I think maybe being on that shallower shelf, it might do us even better tonight than it did last night.
So you know, it only takes a few seconds for it to kick off, and if we can get amongst some of the bigger ones, happy days. But yeah, I reckon we're in for a few fish tonight.
There's a few 40s in here, so the quest is still on.
So we're just going to pull up the chairs now and watch the water, have a little bit of a social, and fingers crossed that we get amongst some.
So, unfortunately, the first bite with a little bit of daylight, I've lost it, but the good thing again about using the combi rig, I can easily now just slip that hook off, add a new hook on, and I haven't got to retie any of the braided section. So that's exactly what I'm going to do now, get this back out on the spot. That's powering, it's going right over you. Well, that is absolutely unbelievable. So, I lost that fish. I've literally just dropped that rod 2 minutes ago. I've not even got back to the bivvy with the bait boat and it's screamed off. And I might have a chance to make amends for that lost fish just a couple of minutes ago. So it's kited me right round to the right and right in front of Pete. I don't want to jinx it, but it feels a heavy fish. Get in there, yes. I saw some nice big scales down its back. Right then, so the combi rig coming good once again. Mid-20, another absolutely stunning fish. Lifted scale there, but I've got some propolis that I'll put on it before we slip it back. That's come to the match the hatch Parker Baits wafter this time. Perfect way to put right losing a fish. Literally within 2 minutes, I've managed to put this one on the bank. And there's the other side. Equally as beautiful as the first side I showed you. Really dark one this. Bit different to the last ones that I've had. Super dark across the back. Yeah, we want to get this one back so I can get that rod back out because I've got a feeling there's a few more out there.
So we're into the second night now. No fish from me today, unfortunately, but I'm still slightly confident going into tonight if it's anything like the first one. We've not long slipped one of Liam's back. He caught an absolutely stunning mirror, but shortly before that he did lose one, but literally redeemed himself literally because after he put the bait boat out, within 2 minutes it ripped off again and he was rewarded. However, Liam's in his bivvy right now sorting it out and sorting his rigs out, so I thought I'd just jump on here quickly and give you a nightly update. How we're feeling confident. The light's on the blink, so I'm going to shoot off now and hopefully we'll see you in the night with a fish or we'll see you in the morning. So, second night, second fish. As I was quite confident going into tonight that I was going to get one. Unfortunately it's wiped both my rods out, so I've got some sorting out to do, get the rods back out. But yeah, lovely they're coming. Woo, I feel just low 20s to the solid bag. Far margin on the clear spot. All those free offerings. I'm going to get this one back and I'm going to get the rods back out and see if we can get a third. Come on. So good morning. Literally just reset the 2 rods this morning with a bait boat again on the far margin. and literally within about 3 or 4 minutes it's gone again. So it literally is, if you can get the right spot on that far margin, you are in the chance of a fish. This one's going to be about low to mid 20, but we've still got a lot of sorting out to do. So we'll get some stills of this fish, we'll slip it back, and I want to get that rod back in that exact same place, see if we can get another one on the bank.
So it's morning brew time.
Certainly is.
Yes, we need it. We'll give you a little run through of what happened throughout the night. Basically for me, I had a take at about 11:30 again last night, pretty much the same time as the night before. But unfortunately I lost it, that was on the solid bag. Managed to get the rod back out on the spot, but then on the way back the bait boat died. So
we managed to get that in finally.
Yeah, we did manage to get it back,
yeah.
We saved it. And then I had that one at about 5:45 this morning, just a little one. I got a bit of iPhone footage of it. But yeah, that's my night summed up pretty much.
Yeah, for me, I had a fish, I think it was about 1:30. Literally ripped off, straight out of bed, get into it. Unfortunately, because I'm fishing quite close on the far margin, it's took out my other rod. So once I got it in, both rods was in, and then obviously the problem with the bait bolts, couldn't get them back out on the spots where I wanted them, so I just had to literally pump chuck them over there. And weren't confident, but however, first thing this morning we got the boat working again, got them fired over to the spots where we've been fishing, and within a couple of minutes it shot off. So yep. Hopefully it's the first fish we've caught in the day, so hopefully there's more of that to come, but we're going to have a nice brew now and have a nice chill and slowly break into the day. Same sort of stamp as the last one I caught, quite short and stocky. Literally just spoke to the bailiff and he was mentioning how like people don't get far enough into that far margin because it's shallow. People tend to stay away, which is what we started to do at the start of the session. The further we've gone out, the more we get in. So if my advice for the Mia is get on that far margin, no matter how shallow you think it is, get a rod out there, because we're starting to produce more fish now we're doing that. He also mentioned that the lake record, 46 pound, he come out of about a foot of water and the fish itself is over a foot deep. So, you know, work it out, they're obviously over there feeding in that shallow water. So yeah, get yourself on the Mia, get yourself on that far margin in that shallow water. Fish number 5. Little Parker Baits Magic Beam Wafter on the tidy stem solid bag, and it's still doing the business. Left hand margin, right up tucked against the little cove. And yeah, it's produced another. So just gonna go back and type a few more solid bags because I'm running low. Get it back, get some more bags tied up and see if we get some more. So it's 1:30 and it's the last day. There's about 4 or 5 hours of this session left. If I've learned something from this session, it's getting closer to that bank on that far side. I do believe if we'd started with how we're ending these tactics, we'd be on a lot more fish. So that's a learning curve from us, and a bit of advice for you if you ever fish 5 and 6 and if weather dependent, don't be afraid to get tight to that bank. Just lost one on the left hand rod. It's a slow bite, a bit into it. I started getting the fish across the lake. He's come straight to the top of the water. Got about halfway across and he managed to bump the hook, but then it did come apparent that on the far side of my line I could see there was a trailer attached to it which was triggering my right rod. So in the end I had to pull both rods out of the water and then reel in that trailer. Had about 100 foot of line on, so that's it's always good to get one of those out of the water for the safety of the fish. However, that means I've got 2 rods on the bank and none in the water, and the next problem is Liam's bait bolt only had enough juice for me to get my 1 rod back out on the spot. So obviously I chose the left hand rod because it's been the most productive. Liam's got 2 of his rods on his spot. So we're fishing at the moment, we've got a few hours left. I still think there's a chance to get one more. I'm very confident on that left-hand rod. No, I ain't been confident about a rod like that for a while, but I am confident it's going to go off again. And just sitting here now in this absolutely beautiful setting, like we've already said. It's a stunning lake, we've enjoyed our time here. The tranquil settings are amazing. It's going to be a hard one to beat for me, this is, settings-wise. Absolutely loved it here. But session's coming to an end shortly, but yeah, we'll keep you updated. So that brings our session here at the Mere to an end. This absolutely stunning, picturesque lake.
Yeah, after Pete's flurry of fish early afternoon, we haven't had anything else today, but we've both really enjoyed our time here and we cannot wait to get back down here and have another go for them.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to a nice sleep tonight that's uninterrupted, as I am shattered. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I'm done, I'm drained.
But guys, if you do like these videos and you want to keep up to date with this series, Liam and Pete chasing UK 40, remember to like and subscribe and follow the journey.
And join us on our next session, which is going to be where, Pete?
At a day ticket venue yet to be confirmed. We're still open-minded to suggestions, but I think we've got a couple of places in mind. But yeah, it'll be in about 2 or 3 weeks' time.
But if you have got any suggestions, drop them down below. We're open to pretty much anywhere, as long as there's £40 fish to go at to try and complete this series.
So yeah, that's us done, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.